We'll see, what should I do? Can you imagine if you actually sung that out loud like that? Just like people just like, weirdo. It was the morning on my day off and I didn't have any plans. I didn't want to waste my time at home doing nothing, so I came to the shopping district. That's just like, I didn't want to spend time at home doing nothing, so I decided to go window shopping, so, you know, doing nothing while doing something, essentially, probably. Should I go to a bookstore, browse some CDs, or go to an arcade? Maybe I could call Watara to come out, too. Wait, Is that Yume over there? I saw a familiar hairstyle consisting of a bun and a pink ribbon. She was leaning against a telephone pole and looking bored. Is she waiting for someone? Amikaze showed up. They bowed to each other. Yeah, they've become good friends. They were eating lunch together yesterday. With Amikaze's personality, I didn't think she'd make friends that easily. I guess Yume, who likes taking care of others, ended up looking after the new student. However, Ube talked about Amikaze and Yume. Could they get along? I was curious to find out. Well, Amikaze's brusque attitude might only be towards me. Wait, if Yume's sarcastic attitude is only towards me too, maybe the two of them are...
Nisan?
Ah! No, I was just surprised that he suddenly spoke to me. So, essentially, just like common kind of ground there. It's like, we both are like, just like, have this sarcastic kind of attitude towards him. Honestly, I think I'd fit in quite well. I've got quite a hell of a sarcastic side, honestly. Well, yeah. Nothing really. Since I had saw a day off, I thought maybe I'd take a walk. As I said so, I looked at Amikaze. As soon as our eyes met, Amikaze blatantly clicked her tongue. She definitely hated me. Are you shopping? You know, since other than Sakura Park, it's really the only thing we've got on this bloody island. Amikaze bowed politely. Oh, I couldn't believe that coming from Yume the lazy. How could she be so different when she wasn't at home? I'm impressed, Yume. You know, for some reason, just like picture like, they're all like kind of gods. Like picture every character in this is a god, and they have their own titles, and Yume is Yume the lazy. Yoshiyuki the dense. And I can't quite think of a one for Amikaze. Maybe something to do with bananas, I'm not entirely sure. And Wataru the fool. And well, you come up with the rest, I can't be asked. No, nothing really. Yume's aura made me step back half a step. She asked me with her head tilted. What should I do? Amikaze stared at me. Obviously, she wasn't welcoming me. When she behaved that way, my mischievous side started acting up. Let's see, since I don't have anything else to do, maybe I'll come. I couldn't help saying that. This Koji-sensei did ask me to look after you, too. Even if you say so, I was asked by Mr. Koji-sensei, and you said you'd obey, right? I'm not following you around. We don't. Not really, there was a slight delay. Yume looked at us with a smile plastered across her face.
昨日も聞きましたけど、水越先生に頼まれた仕事って何なんです？どうして兄さんと天風さんが一緒の仕事を頼まれたんですか？そもそも兄さんと天風さんはどこでお知り合いに？
Yume hit us with a barrage of rapid-fire questions. I felt so much pressure that I almost slipped and fell. However, there was no way I could explain this.
それは港から。
Fool! I covered Amikaze's mouth. Are you stupid? I put my face close to Amikaze and whispered to her.
貴様、いきなり何をする？
What did you try to say just now?
何をって、夢の質問に答えようと思っただけだ。港は実はロボットで。ああ、誘導尋問か。
Hopeless. She was just too stupid, or perhaps just too honest, and I don't know, maybe the two are slightly connected in that way.
随分と楽しそうですね。二人してひそひそ話なんてしちゃって。
I mean, like, being honest is good and all, but when it's something like this kind of scenario where you have to kind of, like, say something that isn't the truth to kind of get out of it, a bit different there, isn't it? So that's not what we're doing. How can I have fun talking to an idiot like this?
うん、港のことバカと言ったな。
What's wrong with calling an idiot an idiot? Wait, hey, Yume! Yume walked away angrily.
貴様のせいで夢が怒ってしまったではないか。
Moron, it's not my fault. We argued as we hurried to catch up to Yume.
あれはなんだ？
Boo, Abakaze pointed excitedly.
あれは携帯電話ですよ。
Cell
携
phone?
帯電話ってあんな小さいのがか？
Whenever they like talk about phones nowadays, it's always like, oh yeah, iPhone, iPhone this, iPhone that, and that just sounded odd. They're just like iPhone, phone who, iPhone. Is this some kind of broken English? No, iPhone and I and phone together is an iPhone smartphone. I'll call it that. So the phone is smart? Yes, it can do all sorts of things. Are you smart? Yes. Hey! You trying to say this phone is smarter than me? Well, you have your face glued to it all the time. That doesn't mean nothing. Precious phone. You're the only one who understands. And yet, I don't actually have an iPhone, smartphone, or anything like that. I've got, like, you know those phones that, they're not like the flip type. They're the ones where you kind of flip it open to get to the, keypad. It's a Sony Ericsson. I think I've had it since maybe 2008 or 9, so it's pretty damn old by today's standard, you know. What Amikaze pointed was the world's smallest model cell phone, which was the result of the phone company's competition to create the smallest phone. It's like, we want to make it so that you lose your phone more often than you used to. Well, the size was amazing. However, because it was too small, it wasn't easy to use and nobody wanted to buy it. It's like, we've made a groundbreaking development in technology, the smallest phone in the world. But you can't use it very effectively because, you know, it's small. But, you know, we were going to go with the biggest one, but it kind of broke because we accidentally knocked it over and just like, shit. It's not really, and you can't put it in your pocket or anything like that. I mean, it's just, why are we even doing this? I can imagine it being like a voice-activated one, but then you'd be like, yeah, that's sufficient, but then the more you use it, the more you just realize, man, this thing is freaking terrible! Just like, I could just be like, my phone be in my pocket, I'll just be talking to someone, and suddenly it activates the damn phone! Amikaze wore an expression like she just couldn't believe it. I didn't know exactly how long she was asleep for in that cave, but she was obviously going through culture shock. However, technology hadn't progressed that much in the past 50 years. What? It bloody well has. Well, maybe in-game here, visual novel, maybe history kind of, well, it must have. I mean, we got robots and all that, and we got, like, magic here and there, so obviously things went differently through history in a way. But in the past 50 years, this technology has changed a shit ton.
かけられますよ。ちょっと使いづらいですけど。バカな。
Future, because his reactions were so interesting, I couldn't help smiling.
みなつの知ってる携帯電話は、そのテレビのリモコンくらいの大きさだったぞ。
You know, that reminds me, those, like... Because nowadays, just like, with phones, it's just like... Like, house phones and all that, just like, they used to have those ones where just like... I forget even what they were called now. You know, the ones that like, kind of plug to the wall, or it's just like, you just put it down, bloop. But now, it's just like, you have those wireless ones and all that kind of stuff, and like, you got like, phones that can do pretty much all kinds of things, like, oh yeah, internet, games, music, anything, just like all this and that. And I'm reminded of the late great Irish comedian Dave Allen. I wonder what his thoughts on this type of technology would be, because I remember him like going on about watches. Just like, why would you even need that on your watch? I mean, I can't imagine what he'd say about like iPhones, smartphones and all that. Shame really, if he was still alive, he'd probably have some great material over that with his reaction to it.
普通はそんなもんですよ。あれは特別です。ああ、なるほど。てっきり今の時代の携帯電話は全部あのサイズなのかと思ってびっくりしたぞ。ん？今の時代？いやいや、なんでもない。それより、夢も携帯電話を持っているのか？もちろん、これです。
As she said, Yume took out her phone from her bag.
バカな！それは普通サイズの携帯電話なのか？この手のひらサイズが？私のはちょっと古いモデルだから少し大きめかな。どうかしました？その一応参考までに聞くわ。これが普通よりも少し大きいサイズということは、テレビのリモコンはもっと小さいってことなのか？うん、そうですね。機種によっていろいろ違いはあるけど、大抵はこのくらいか、もっと小さいです。
You know, I just like random observation from all this. It seems technology went from, okay, big ass buttons and all that shit, to small buttons. It's like, god damn it, this is really awkward. You know what would be good? Touchscreen, because it'd be much more efficient than this shit. These buttons are so damn tiny. And then someone's like, here we go, you can touchscreen now. Thanks. Ah, oh, fuck, I got used to this now. Just like, okay. So, oh, no, that's a P. No, oh, no, that's a P. God damn it, they stupid freaking touchscreen. Although that is me nowadays, I still, probably because I don't use touchscreen at all, that whenever someone hands me something that has touchscreen, and it's like, god damn it, it keeps clicking on the wrong thing. It's such a pain in the ass to use. And this is like what everyone uses nowadays. Whenever I hand someone like anything, like whether it be my phone or even my laptop on one occasion, they just think it's touchscreen, and it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. Can you imagine, like, people, like, uncovering, like, ancient kind of civilizations, and they just, like, look at a wall, and they're like, it's touched, and surely it's not opening, it's not opening. Well, you'd expect them to have touchscreen back then, although that'd be a twist, wouldn't it? Just like, oh, let's look at this all ancient kind of, past civilization, all this kind of, it just looks like just a bunch of rocks and all. It doesn't really look advanced. So then you press a certain part of it and suddenly... Holy shit. Now that would definitely be a twist. Because it was so shocked that she froze up while groaning.
あれ天風さんまさかここまで技術が進歩している
But the buttons are even
と
smaller.
こんな小さなみなつは自分が最新鋭だと思っていたわこれではみなつは
The shock must have been really intense as she kept mumbling.
どうしちゃったのかな天風さん
You might turn around to me. Hey, I had to say something to cover her for her. Though I really wish she wouldn't act in such a suspicious way. I mean, I'm cousin moved from an undeveloped country, so she's just surprised. Well, you know what? I'm just like, because I don't really use a lot of like all the kind of high-tech modern stuff, I'd be about the same. Just like, how the hell does this work? Just like, how is this efficient? You touch the screen and it hits the wrong button. Just like, no, you gotta get used to it, and then it's really smooth and efficient. But I'm just like, I can't press the goddamn buttons correctly.
へえ天風さんって外国から来たんだ
Haven't you heard?
天風さん自分のことあまり話さないから自己紹介の時もよろしくの一言だけだったしちょっと変わった人だなって思ってたんだけどそういうことだったんですね
You know, I just got a weird image in my head. You know, there are like some places in the world that still have tribes, like that don't use our advanced technology and all that. They're kind of like away from our civilization and all that jazz. But can you imagine you stumble upon them just like, so we're going into this forest here where there is supposedly an uncontacted native tribe. And we're going to see how they live, and they sneak through the bushes like that, and they just like glue to smartphones, just like, stop sending me Candy Crush freaking invitation, I'm sick of that shit, I'm blocking your ass. It's like, they're not all that different from us, it's just the clothes. Thankfully, you may bought it. You know, it's weird, whenever I start rambling like that and then actually get back to the plot, it feels awkward. You're just like, what were we talking about again? I think I was able to dodge the situation.
それじゃあもっとちゃんと案内してあげないとね今のままじゃいろいろ不便だと思うし
Yeah, you're right. We really needed to teach her various things. By the way, a robot shouldn't be surprised by electrical goods.
もしやみなつはリモコン以下のいやそんなことはない思いたいわしかしみなつはバナナ人がないと自分すらもままならないからだ
After that, we dragged Amikaze, who kept mumbling away from the store and showed her around. And every time we went into a shop, she faced a new shock. Well, let's see. What am I going to eat? It was almost lunchtime, so I walked around the shopping district trying to find a place to eat. Maybe a hamburger or a bowl of gyudon. I didn't have much money, so I wanted something cheap. Therefore, I didn't have too many choices. As I heard a voice that I'd rather not hear, someone tapped my shoulder. Oh, where? For what? This has nothing to do with you, maybe, but we might as well on-screen it. Why me? I refuse. About what? What about it?
お前はクリスマスパーティーの当日、クラスの当番だけで過ごしたいと、そういうわけだな。
Damn you! Are you trying to threaten me?
脅迫。人聞きの悪いことを言うな。これは取引だ。
Then he grinned at the
これから数時間俺に付き合うだけでお前はクリパ当日の自由が約束される。悪い話ではないだろう。
Yeah, he was right. However, it bugged me that I had to do whatever he'd tell me to. Well, I don't have anything else to do anyway.
その沈黙は承諾と受け取っていいのか？
Why not?
よし、取引成立だ。
You know, anytime I say why not, well, not anytime, but sometimes when I say why not, I think of the Pokemon why not. It's just like, why not?
では行こうぞ、同志桜井よ。
I don't remember becoming your kindred soul.
そんな寂しいことを言うな。去年までは祭りのために共に競い合った仲だろ。
That was then and this is now. I've already retired. You know, we hear about Yoshiyuki being all like that in the past, but we never get to see it. I mean, couldn't we get a flashback or something to mischievous Yoshiyuki before he decided, I'll just ignore these guys and just like be dense and just like be around all the girls and be dense and not even realize that they have feelings for me and all that. Because, you know, dense. So, what are we preparing for?
一応下見をしておこうと思ってな。
Take a look ahead of time.
風見学園七不思議って聞いたことあるか？
Do you mean like those ghost stories every school has?
そうだ。
The Seven Mysteries, huh? I'd heard about them before, but I didn't know any details. Kinda reminds me of the Mysterious Mask kind of, the story that mystery kind of thing that I'd put together that one time. I can't even remember when it was, but it was the last time the Seven Mysteries were brought up. I wasn't particularly interested in them though. Well, either.
せっかくお化け屋敷をやるんだからな。この機会にいろいろ調べておこうかと思って。
Okay, that's fine. So, what do you want me to do?
お前にはあれを任せる。
Tsunami pointed.
弟くんだ
I saw it and they're walking towards us.
俺が仕事をしている間、朝倉姉の相手をしていてほしい。
I see. In other words, he was going to do something bad that Otne wouldn't let him do, so he wanted me to divert her attention. What about Mayuki-senpai?
あっちは行動パターンが読めてるからな。大した障害にはならんよ。
They know each other so well. The perfect couple. The mischievous one and the... well... actually, Mikey herself's a bit mischievous, but the delinquent and the, authority of the school, whatever. Tsunami showed a bold smile. If Mikey-senpai was here, she would jump on him. She would glump the shit out of him. Okay, I got it. Just spend a few hours with what was going to guarantee my freedom on the day of the Christmas party. You know, that's just like one of those things where I just think to myself, you know what, if I was like able to animate, like, and was good at it, I would animate the most randomest scenarios. I mean, so far, like, with the Project Diva FLP on my other channel, I can do that to an extent because of edit mode in that game, where you can make music videos and use various different animations and all that, and, you know, have an MP3, and you can actually have that play over it and just make random scenes as well as music videos. But I mean, like, proper animate, like, from scratch or whatever, I don't know. And just like, essentially the idea in my mind was I totally animate like Tsunami getting glumped by Mikey, just like, Tsunami! And he just like goes flying. It's just like a short random animation. But I can't even do that! That's worth it. Actually, there's a hug animation in the Project Diva F, so maybe I could have that as one little random clips for that, and like anyone who sees it, well, most people who see the part where if I choose to actually make that random clip would just be like, what the fuck is that all about? It's like, don't even get the reference because not everyone like would watch this part, you know, or even know about this channel because, well, you know, I've only mentioned it a few times on the main channel, but you get the idea. That's a random idea. Which is good, because I've been kind of running out of ideas lately because I haven't really thought much about it. I watched Tsukunami and leave as I apologize to Otne in my heart. After I spent some time with Otne, I swung by the music room. I wonder if none of us here today. Skip, 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 skip. Halt. As I promised Tsukunami, I spent time with Otne and then I played guitar with the guys so I didn't have any time to eat lunch. You know what, I'd play guitar right now, possibly annoy you viewers by doing that, but my guitar is across the room and I can't be asked to get up to get it. I decided to head to the Shomen district to find something to eat. Actually, I wasn't too hungry because it already passed the point where I felt hungry. If I ate at an odd time, it would ruin my appetite for dinner. If I ate lunch and dinner together, I would save money. I realized I was thinking in such a domesticated way, which made me sigh unintentionally. Maybe I'll splurge today. But in reality, all that meant was having a slightly more expensive combo meal at Becky's. Other than that, I'll get an egg added to an extra large bowl of gyudon. How dreary. I thought about such things as I wandered around the shopping district. I saw a suspiciously moving figure coming out of the bookstore. Yume! Glare! She was obviously cautious about her surroundings and glaring at everyone. Is she shoplifting? You know what? This reminds me of me, honestly. When I'm out in public, I probably have a glare look on my face all the time, because I'm just like... So I probably look like I'm glaring at anyone who dares stare at me or anything like that. I don't know. Because I just can't imagine myself looking anything other than, you know, annoyed or just kind of blank-faced when out in public for the most part. Because I'm either just like, no expression on my face or a pissed-off expression on my face. Actually, that couldn't be possible with you, mate. Besides, with the way she was behaving, she should have been caught by now. That means... She must have bought something she didn't want anyone to see. I couldn't help but smile. This is the Yume who always said such cheeky things to me with a smile. This must be a chance God gave me to retaliate. Yume walked in the opposite direction from me while holding a paper bag in her arms. Okay. I ran up to Yume quietly. Yo, Yume! Yume jumped and turned around in surprise. What did you buy at the bookstore? You're holding the bag so preciously. Don't you just hate it when people just like, so, what are you watching, or what are you doing, or what you got there? Just like, piss off. It doesn't even matter what it is. It's just like, piss off. Because it's just like, don't you just hate explaining anything like that? Just like, do I have to tell you about every detail in my life? That's usually what things like Facebook are for. She hid the bag behind her back. A far-fetched smile was on her face. It's like someone could walk into your room, you're eating something, just like, what you eating at? Check my Facebook, I've already wrote it down, I can't be asked to explain it to you. It was new to me seeing you may panic like this. What do you mean, nothing? Perhaps? Well, you know, you're old enough now that you're curious about various things. What do you mean, dirty? I only thought since you're old enough you'd bought some reference books. No, it's just like, okay, time to put her on troll mode. What were you imagining when you said dirty? Although you're always putting on airs, you're actually thinking about dirty stuff, huh? Trick them into that. Don't you just hate being in that kind of situation? Just like, I don't know, it's... You may turn beet red, it was fun finally getting to tease her. I'm just kidding. Anyway, what did you really buy? She turned her face away. Why can't you tell me? It's not something you feel guilty about, is it? Perhaps it really is. She pulled me by the hand. Hey! And she continued to pull my hand and led me away. You may stop alongside the cherry blossom lined street. What is it? You may pull the notebook from her bag. Did you come up with another embarrassing poem? She flipped through the pages. Come to think of it, that's what she did before too. That was on our way home the other day when we went to eat crepes. That time it was... What did you find? You may have looked up for a moment and jumped backwards in a hurry. Drop! With a splashing sound, I felt something fall onto my head. And I saw Yume's disgusted face. I wasn't sure what it was, so I touched my head. Well, you should have a general idea what it might be. I felt a disgusting, slimy sensation on my fingertips. You know, Yume's got some really good eyes then, to be able to like spot that and react. It's like, it's coming! Dodge! Yume took a few steps backwards. Shithead. What's the hurry? We walked this far together. Why don't we walk together until we get home? Yume started to walk faster to keep her distance from me. Hey, it's only Bird Boo. Yume ran away in a hurry with a far-fetched smile on her face. How heartless of her! However, if I were in her place, I would have run away too. Every time I go home with Yume, something bad happens. Well, I guess I'll go home and take a bath. I'm sure there's something good waiting for me after that. I'm in luck anyway. You know, don't they say that it's lucky if a bird craps on your head like that? I mean, what's lucky about that? So anything, it's just like, my god, what? That bird, man, has got some really good aim right there. I'm just like, not really. I mean, when you consider how many people walk around at any time, I mean, it's got plenty of targets to hit. It's bound to hit one. When I looked up to the sky and I saw a crow flying in the knock. Mischievously, I imagine. Phew, what a relaxing, a bit shitty day. I read some manga as I laid on my bed and skipped the day away. Or not. But then I decided to skip even that scene again. It's like when a DVD skips, isn't it? It's like I woke up feeling nice. Well, I suppose, but it's a rare occasion when you actually wake up and you're just like, that was a great sleep. Usually it's like, fucking 5 minutes. Or you're just like, I feel like shit. It's just like, you could be feeling really energetic before going to sleep. You're just like, yeah. You wake up and you're just like, oh, God. Ugh. But I think I'll call the party here. So, I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.